Dungeonborne is a multiplayer dark fantasy video game developed by Mithril Interactive. The game is a combination of extraction and battle royale features. If you're looking to have a perfect start in the game as a complete beginner, or maybe you want to start the game with little bit of knowledge firsthand, this video is all that you will ever need to get the best out of the game. In the game, each class comes equipped with a unique arsenal of abilities that define their role in combat. Understanding how to strategically utilize these abilities is essential for maximizing your effectiveness in battles. For example, the Rogue's Vanish ability allows them to disappear momentarily, gaining the element of surprise and setting up devastating critical strikes on unsuspecting enemies. Though mastering the timing of Vanish is crucial. Use it just before engaging, which will ensure that you strike when the enemy is least prepared, which will turn the battle into your favor. Similarly, the Pyromancer's Pyroblast demonstrates the importance of environmental interaction. By absorbing nearby fire sources before casting Pyroblast, you can significantly enhance its damage output. Experiment with different ability combinations to discover synergies that best suit your playstyle. Beyond basic potion crafting, the game offers advanced options through its Alchemist NPC, allowing you to craft consumables that provide significant tactical advantages in combat. For fighters, prioritize the crafting of defensive elixirs, which can mean the difference between surviving prolonged dungeon expeditions or succumbing to overwhelming enemy assaults. Defensive elixirs temporarily boost armor or resilience, fortifying your character against incoming damage and enhancing overall survivability in critical moments. On the other hand, pyromancers can craft offensive concoctions that amplify their fire-based abilities or apply debilitating status effects to enemies, disrupting enemy formations and gaining strategic advantages in combat. These crafted consumables not only complement the strengths of each class, but also cater to diverse playstyles and strategic preferences. It is advised to experiment with different crafting recipes and ingredient combinations, as it will allow you to discover potent consumables that align with your class's abilities. The true mastery of combat in Dungeonborne lies in understanding and exploiting synergies between your class-specific abilities. For instance, the Blade Master's psionic blades can be effectively paired with Whirling Blade to create a devastating combo. Psionic Blades allows the Blade Master to strike from a distance, dealing significant damage to enemies, while Whirling Blade provides a whirlwind of slashes that not only increases ranged damage output, but also offers crowd control by hitting multiple foes within range. By timing these abilities correctly, you can maintain distance from enemies while dealing sustained damage, making the Blade Master a formidable opponent in both single-target engagements and against groups of adversaries. Efficient loot acquisition requires strategic exploration tactics and effective inventory management strategies to optimize resource utilization and inventory space. Prioritize the exploration of high-yield areas, such as central chambers or corrupted portals, which ensures access to exclusive loot drops and valuable artifacts that enhance your character's capabilities and progression. As a Death Knight, strategic allocation of inventory space for high-value loot items allows you to maximize returns through gold sales or trade opportunities for essential gear upgrades and consumables. Optimizing potion synchronization in the game will involve a strategic deployment and management of consumables to maximize combat effectiveness. Fighters can synchronize defensive potions, such as resilience elixirs or stamina boosters, during prolonged engagements to sustain endurance and mitigate incoming damage effectively. Priests benefit from strategic timing of healing potions, coincide with burst healing abilities like Divine Guidance, amplifying restorative effects, and prolonging team survivability during intense boss battles or PvP skirmishes. Develop a systematic approach to potion synchronization aligned with class-specific strengths, which will ensure a more adaptive resource utilization. Terrain and environmental obstacles play a crucial role in providing strategic advantages in Dungeonborne. Mastering the effective utilization of these elements will significantly enhance your tactical flexibility and defensive capabilities. For example, Blade Masters can utilize elevated terrain to gain a vantage point for ranged attacks with psionic blades, allowing them to target enemies from a safe distance while maintaining visibility. Rogues excel at using environmental clutter for stealth engagements or creating distractions to set up ambushes or escape maneuvers. By strategically positioning obstacles between yourself and enemies, you can disrupt line of sight and evade incoming attacks, buying valuable time. You should always monitor market trends, which will allow you to identify undervalued items that can be purchased for resale at a higher price or invested in for long-term gains. Participate in trade auctions, which will enable you to acquire specialized equipment with optimal affixes that complement your class abilities. Cultivating a diversified inventory through strategic trading will optimize resource acquisition. By strategically buying, selling, and trading items, you can accumulate wealth, acquire rare artifacts, and strengthen your character's capabilities. Developing proficiency in advanced trade and market strategies empowers you to navigate economic fluctuations and capitalize on opportunities that support your overall objectives. You should consider customizing gear affixes through the blacksmith. Each class benefits from specific affixes that align with their playstyle and augment their abilities in combat. For fighters, affixes that increase block chance or stamina regeneration are invaluable for sustaining prolonged engagements. Blade Masters can optimize affixes that enhance critical hit chance or reduce cooldowns on pivotal abilities like Whirling Blade, maximizing burst damage potential. Experiment with different affix combinations to optimize overall combat performance and adaptability. Gems in the game will provide you with significant stat bonuses when strategically placed into equipment slots by the blacksmith. Prioritizing gems that complement your class's strengths enhances your combat effectiveness and survivability. For example, rogues may prioritize gems that enhance critical damage, increasing their burst potential and effectiveness in stealthy, hit, and run tactics. Pyromancers should focus on gems that increase elemental resistance, reducing incoming fire damage. Additionally, defensive gems like shielding can be strategically placed to mitigate damage during intense engagements. Regularly upgrade and replace gems to maximize your character's potential and maintain a competitive advantage against formidable opponents encountered within dungeons. Strategic activation of shrine effects throughout dungeons will provide you with temporary enhancements. Each shrine effect offers unique advantages that cater to different tactical objectives and combat strategies. As discussed previously, Pyromancers can capitalize on fire affinity shrines to boost the effectiveness of fire-based abilities. Prioritize the activation of defensive shrine effects, such as damage reduction or health regeneration, before engaging in boss battles enhances durability and endurance. Make sure that you develop a keen awareness of shrine locations and effects enables you to strategically plan your approach, optimizing combat efficiency. As you progress, navigating between dungeon layers introduces new challenges and heightened enemy threats. For example, encountering portals requires adaptive strategies to overcome the escalating difficulty levels and face formidable mini-bosses like the Wendigo. As a Cryomancer, utilize Ice Storm during corrupted portal encounters, which will freeze incoming enemies or create defensive barriers, providing crucial moments to reposition or launch counterattacks effectively. Understanding these layer transitions will present you opportunities for exclusive loot and greater rewards. By strategically leveraging class-specific abilities during these transitions, you can optimize your approach to combat and capitalize on environmental factors. Temporary buffs acquired from shrines or consumables offer short-term advantages. These buffs are instrumental in enhancing your combat efficiency and survivability during challenging encounters. For instance, activating Divine Protection as a priest before engaging in a boss battle enhances your survivability by reducing incoming damage and increasing movement speed. Similarly, Pyromancers can capitalize on shrine-boosted fire affinity to amplify the effectiveness. Strategically time the activation of these buffs so that you can optimize your combat efficiency and capitalize on fleeting tactical advantages within dynamic dungeon environments. I hope these tips help you when just starting out. If you've got any tips you'd like pass along, share it with us in the comments. For everything else gaming, keep it here. I'll see you all in the next video.